Hello viewers, my name is Olawonyi. I welcome you to another video. So what we are doing today is drafting the simplified bodice block using the Natalie Bray method. So what are the materials we need for this? We need our pattern paper, we need a multi-ruler. You can use your pattern drafting set, but this will give you the functions. This will give you what you need. You can use this as a hip cuff, you can see this as a armor cuff, and this here will give you perpendicular lines. So, and the grid lines can help you draw parallel lines too. Then for the purpose of this video, I'll be using a pen for clarity so that the lines can be visible. When you are drafting yours, go with a pencil. So these are the measurements that we'll be working with. Bust 88 cm, we are using 88 cm. The length to waist is 40 cm. The back is 36 cm. The chest is 38 cm. The shoulder is 12.5 cm. The top arm is 30 cm, and the waist is 68 to 70 cm on the average. So for us to be able to draft this, we need a rectangular block, and you know rectangle is always length by breadth. So the length of the rectangle will be the length to waist plus 5, while the breadth will be half bust plus 5, because what we are drafting is on half scale. We are going to draft half of the front and half of the back. That is why we have to divide our bust measurements by 5. So half bust plus 5. So we are working with bust 88 cm. Half of 88 cm is 44 cm plus 5. That is 49 cm. And the length to waist is that we are working with is 40 cm. So 40 cm plus 5, that is 45 cm. So we have a rectangle which is 49 cm by 45 cm. We have a rectangle that looks like this. Half bust plus 5. Half bust is 44 cm by 5 cm, that is 49 cm. By the length waist plus 5. Length waist is 40 cm plus 5 cm, that is 45 cm. So you may be wondering, why are we adding 5 cm? The 5 cm added to the bust is for ease of wear, not sewing allowance, for ease of wear. That means if you don't want the dress fitted on your body. And the length waist plus 5 cm, the 5 cm here is for construction purpose. We'll see that as we proceed. So here I have my block. This is the top edge, and the left hand side here is the center back. Top edge, and on my right is the center front on my right. So the first thing we are going to do is to place the point O center back, that is the base of the neckline for the back, on the center back line. So you measure from our measurement, if you can remember from our measurements, point O center back is 3 cm. So we are going to measure 3 cm from the top edge along the center back line, and we rule out a short line which is parallel to the top edge. Here we have the point O center back, which is 3 cm from this point, 3 cm. So from that point you rule out a short construction line about 7 cm, which is parallel to the top edge. So the next thing to do is to draw the waistline from point O. So from point O, you measure the waistline with the length to waist measurement, which is 40 cm. Here we have the waistline at 40 cm, which is ruled across the paper from the center back rather, right to the center front. So the next line to draw is the bust line, and to get the bust line, you divide your length to waist by 2 and you add 1.5 cm. So the length to waist is 40 cm. 40 cm divided by 2, that is 20 cm, plus 1.5, that is 21.5 cm. So we have our bust line here, also ruled across the paper from the center back right to the center front. So the next after this is the back line. So how do you get the back line? The back line is the midpoint of point O and the bust line. Point O and the bust line. So we have 21.5. That's from point O to the bust line. So for easy division, we approximate to the nearest whole number. That is 22. And half of 22 is 11 cm. So we can see 11 cm here. So you rule that too, but not across the paper, just like midway, because that is 7 for the back bodice alone, not for the front. So I'm going to rule that and label the back line. So now we are left with the shoulder line and the neckline. The neckline is that short line we squared out from point O. That's our neckline. So to get the shoulder line, that is, we take it 3 cm from point O, or you find the midpoint of point O and the back line, that is 11 cm. 0 to 11, the midpoint is 5.5. And if you go up 2.5, from 5 that's 0.5, 1, 2, that's 3 cm. So to avoid the calculation, you just say 3 cm from point O, and you roll a line for the shoulder line. That will also be like midway of the paper, not going right to the front. And this short line that we squared out from point O is our neck line. The shoulder line and the back line are not ruled across the paper. It's just 7 for the back bodice. The shoulder line and the back line, 7 for the back bodice. The bust line and the waistline are ruled across the paper for the back and for the front. So here we have all our lines, all our horizontal lines ruled out. The neckline, that is 3 cm from the top corner here, 3 cm, that's the point O. A short construction line for the neckline. Then from the neckline, 3 cm for the shoulder line. Then we have the back line, which is the midpoint of the shoulder line and the bust line, the back line. And you can still remember we got our bust line, that is midpoint of point O and waistline plus 1.5. And then our waistline. The waistline and the bust line are ruled across the paper, while the back line, shoulder line, is just midway, and the neckline is a very short construction line. So we'll start putting our measurements on each of the lines. So on the neckline, you measure 7 cm, 7 cm, and you mark that. Then from 7 cm you go up by 2 cm. You go up by 2 cm here, and you mark that point NP. NP is the neck point. Then on the back line, from center back, know that all your measurements are taken from the center back. On the back line, from the center back, you mark half of the back measurement. If you remember, our back measurement is 36, so half of that is 18 cm. On the shoulder line, from the center back as well, you measure half of the back measurement plus 2 cm. That is 20 cm, as you can see here, 20 cm. Then on the bust line, this is the bust line, you measure half of the back measurement plus the underarm point. That is the UP that we have in our measurement the other time. So from the center back, so half of the center back is 18 cm. The underarm point is 5 cm. That is 23 cm. So the next thing is to rule a vertical line, right from the using the half back measurement as the reference point. Rule a vertical line that will cut the bust line just a little here, right across to the shoulder line. We can see that. So the vertical line will be a guide to draw our armhole. So the 20 cm point here is labeled shoulder point SP, while the 23 cm point here is labeled UP, that is the underarm point. So we have to join now the shoulder seam, and the shoulder seam runs from the neck point to the shoulder point. From the neck point to the shoulder point, you draw your shoulder seam this way. So from the UP, you drop a perpendicular onto the waistline. So make sure your ruler is straight. Drop a perpendicular onto the waistline from UP. Sorry about that. So I have that. Then on the neckline, you can use your ruler. Draw a curve. So we are almost done with the back draft. What we are left with is to draw the armhole. So we have 4 reference points that we use to draw the armhole. The first point is the shoulder point. The second point is the half back point. The third point is a point 3 cm below the half back point. Then the last point is our UP. So see how I use my multi-ruler to connect the points. This way you connect 1 and 2. You keep 2 and 3 straight, and you connect 3 with 4 this way. 3 with 4 this way. Make sure your ruler is touching the points. For initial shaping at the waistline, you can mark 2 cm from the perpendicular, 2 cm, and draw this line to the underarm point. So you can also plan your waist dart according to the method, although we may change it if you are not comfortable with it. But according to Natalie Bray method, to plan the dart, the waist dart, you locate the quarter back measurement. If you remember, our cross back measurement is 36, half back measurement is 18, so quarter is 9. So from this point, you go up by 15 cm, and on either side, you plan it a 2 cm dart. That means on either side, you are marking 1 cm. 1 cm, 8 to 9 is 1 cm, 9 to 10 is 1 cm, and you go up by 15 cm. 15 cm. Make sure your ruler is straight. 15 cm. This line must be perpendicular to the waistline, 15 cm. So you draw that down. So you complete the dart by drawing the dart legs. Connect this 1 cm point to the 15 cm mark this way. Sorry about that. And this way. So this is 15 cm. Here is 1 cm, and this place too is 1 cm. Here we have our dart. To complete the back bodice, we need to put the shoulder dart. If you remember, the length of the shoulder in our measurement is 12.5 cm, but what we have here is about 13.7 cm. That's difference of 1.2 cm. So how do we do that? You can divide the dart into 2 portions, 6 cm and 6.5 cm. Or after drafting the front bodice, you measure what you have from the neck point to the first dart leg and position it. But just a quick way, we are dividing into 2 portions. So we mark 6 cm in the first portion, this way. And we mark 6.5 cm on the other side. So this portion will go for the dart. So how do you draw the dart? You draw a line 2 cm above the back line. See how I place my ruler on the 2 cm mark and draw the line. And you place your ruler to draw it perpendicular to that line. Or you allow the dart face the direction of the waist dart. From the first dart leg, this way. See how I place my ruler facing the waist dart. Okay, so you draw the first dart leg, and you complete the second dart leg.